I 23M. Found out through a friend that my girlfriend, 21F of 3 years, and her current best/childhood friend, 21M, dated for 4 years in high school. I'm ready to end things, but am I overreacting? I'll try to keep it short. I met Nicole 3 years ago around my second year of college. I'm from out of the state. I received a full scholarship to the university that we're currently at, so I didn't have any friends at the time. She was nice and took interest in me pretty quickly, and we started dating. She's told me from the beginning that she had been best friends with this guy, Adam, since they were little, and they were very close, and their families were close, which I was fine with at the time. I'm not really a jealous person, and I'm pretty laid back. Adam seemed like a nice guy, and I thought, who am I to really tell her who she can and can't be friends with? Anyways, they've been close even through the relationship. They go on trips together with their families, they study together, have a few classes together, dinner/lunch, etc., and they have even stayed the night at each other's apartments. It was weird at first, but I trusted her as well as him, and honestly, she always told me ahead of time, so I felt like it was fine, not ideal. It never really affected our relationship. We spent time together, had a great connection, and all that good stuff. Nicole and Adam left on Sunday. They finished finals early or something like that, to head down to their family's beach house like 4 hours away from campus. They did invite me, but I have some finals left, and then I have summer courses starting nearly immediately after my finals, so I declined so that I could prep for my final 2 courses before I graduate. I met up in the library with one of her friends in my web design class to put some finishing touches on our final project. We get on the topic of relationships, and she was telling me about how, when she started dating her current boyfriend, she made him cut all contact with his ex-girlfriend, even though she wanted to remain close with him. She asked me why I didn't do the same, and I was confused. I didn't understand what she meant, and then she explained/showed me proof that Nicole and Adam dated throughout high school. They also went to prom together. I was pretty lost as to what to do or how to feel. I found out yesterday, and all I could think what that Adam could potentially be screwing my girlfriend at this very moment. I trusted her, but I mean, I've never seen exes hang out and be as buddy-buddy as them without hooking up before. As dense as it sounds, I almost can't wrap my head around their level of closeness and not doing it. I talked to my older sister, and she told me I had to calm down and that maybe there was a reason for why they never said anything. She said if I trusted Nicole, before knowing, she didn't see why I would suddenly accuse her otherwise, even if her best friend is her ex. But I feel like that logic is so flawed, because my entire foundation of trust for this relationship stemmed from the fact that Adam was her childhood best friend, not her ex. Honestly, if she would have told me before we started dating, I think I probably would have walked away from the relationship. She's a great and nice girl, but getting with someone who is still so heavily involved with their ex is a roller coaster I don't think I would never willingly sign up for. Am I thinking about this the wrong way? Is it crazy that I'm already considering ending the relationship off this, whether she cheated or not? I haven't brought it up to her yet. I want to talk in person rather than on the phone. I'm going to hide the fact that I know until she come back to campus on Friday to spend my birthday weekend with me. But I don't see any logical explanation that will keep me committed. TLDR, I found out my girlfriend of 3 years' current best friend is actually her high school sweetheart. They're childhood friends, however, they're extremely close and regularly spend countlessly hours together and even the night at each other's apartment from time to time and go on family vacations together. I feel betrayed like I should end it, but I just want to see if I'm thinking about this the right way or if I'm still being irrational. Relevant comments. Empty_whiteboard. The lying is problematic. I made a comment already detailing what I think the lying was done for. But the lying is the crux of the issue. Your trust is shattered, and if you pit yourself up against Adam, I am positive she will choose Adam over you every single time. That is the real crux now. Before you thought that you would be a bigger priority than him. It never had to be that way because of the history as you understood it. Now that you know the truth, it will either be something you get over after hearing her reasons, which I detailed in another comment, I would bet money on it, or you push and she chooses Adam over you. Lastly, you could try to get over it and just not be able to. I would personally find it very hard to be okay with their friendship after this lie. Update. The lying is what really makes me just want to leave altogether. Not only her lying, but his lying as well as their families. I've met all of them, and none of them have ever said a word about it, though maybe their families don't know. Emotionally invested or not, I'd never be up for having her pick between an Adam or myself. I'm not that type of person. And those ultimatums, in my opinion, never result in anything but more issues. Also, they do have a lot of history. Families are connected. I feel like I'm the one in the wrong for even stepping into her life. I've been thinking about this too much, although I should be studying instead, but I feel like it's either she's loyal and faithful, but knew I wouldn't have even began a relationship with her in the first place, or she's hooking up occasionally or something of the sort of FWB. Either way, I see it as wrong. If she's loyal, which honestly I think might be the case, then it's wrong of her to omit information and manipulate my choice to begin dating her in the first place. If I had any skeletons in my closet, I would be open and clear about it before I engage in a relationship with someone, letting them make a clear and honest decision about if it was a deal breaker or not. As for getting over it, I don't think I can, or even if I can, I feel like it's almost not worth the effort. I feel like it's going to mess with the dynamic of our relationship, and then I have to deal with her feeling guilty, or always having to check in with me, or sending Adam to talk to me, or any of the other shit that I don't even want to have to deal with. I'm probably saying this out of convenience, but once I finish this summer semester, I'll be finished. I could have a clean break and move back home with my parents for a few months and be on with my life. OOP replying to a downvoted commenter about giving a second chance, and OOP replying that his agency was taken away. Would you want to confess to someone you just started dating that your best friend was once your boyfriend? The issues of timing and not wanting to scare people off alone could make someone keep mom. And then by the time you get confident enough in the relationship to not worry about them bolting. I don't think this is up to you to decide, especially when there were many opportunities during the talking/dating period before we became official. Fooling/tricking someone into thinking otherwise doesn't help the cause, whether it be a blatant lie or omission of details. If I wanted to bolt after finding out her current best friend was her ex of 4 years, then that's a decision I should get to make for myself. The fact that she didn't give me the choice, as well as the fact that I had to find out from a friend and not her, just makes this look even worse. I don't know why you claim to trust this girl, and yet are so quick to drop her and pronounce everything a lie without even considering that there might be a reason other than her wanting to fuck her bestie for keeping it from you. I trust the girl, but this isn't something so small that I can forgive with the snap of a finger. Whether she is cheating or if she's loyal, which honestly I think might be the case, either way I see it as wrong. It's wrong of her to omit relevant information about herself and manipulate my choice and perception of her just to ensure I begin dating her in the first place. Even if her reasoning is because she thought I would leave or wouldn't give her a chance, while it's understandable in my eyes, doesn't make it okay. Update 3 days later. Nicole showed up Thursday night after my exams to early surprise me for my birthday weekend. We kind of hung out and talked, and I tried my best just to be normal with her. When I asked her about Adam, she was extremely reluctant and borderline defensive to even talk about it. You never brought it up before, why do you want to know about it now? When she realizes I'm not dropping it, she pretty much breaks down and tells me everything. Adam was the one who convinced her not to tell me about their past relationship. The last few guys she tried to talk to were scared off by her being best friends with her ex, and he didn't want me to leave in the same way. It was only supposed to be for a little while. She didn't plan on staying that close to Adam while being in a relationship. Adam's dad was in the process of getting a promotion when Nicole and I started dating, which would move him and his family to the Midwest, but the promotion fell through. She said Adam became more direct once he found out he wasn't leaving, constantly insisting that she hang out with him without me, even to the point where she would be canceling plans with me. For most people, I'm sure that would have been a red flag when your GF canceled on you periodically, but I've been taking 6 to 7 core semesters for the past 2 years in attempts to graduate early and get the most out of scholarship. If I wasn't studying or with Nicole, I always had a million other things I could be catching up on or doing. She blamed me for not setting boundaries or being more strict with her, that eventually she became comfortable with her freedom with him. Adam still has really strong feelings for her, though. She said she didn't feel the same way about him. She admitted that Adam over time grew to resent me and became very jealous of our relationship and how effortlessly happy I made her feel. She tells me she never cheated me on despite Adam's advances and flirtation. At this point, she is crying and emotional and extremely desperation. She begs for forgiveness and says that she'll cut all ties from Adam and she won't ever talk to him again or hang out with him anymore. That I'm the only person she wants to spend her life with, and a bunch of other ridiculousness I could hardly even listen to. I was angry and probably didn't say it the way I should have, but I told her it was the perpetual lying and deceitfulness which had me so angry, and that was the reason I was breaking up with her. That's pretty much how it ended with me telling her she could leave. Adam sent some hateful text to me, which I ignored. Yesterday night, I was pretty much an emotional wreck. I felt ashamed/angry at myself for even crying over something someone so stupid. But I woke up this morning and I didn't feel nearly as bad as I thought. Spoke to my best friend about it, and he really helped me put it into perspective. I'm going home tonight for my birthday weekend, and then I'll just focus finishing school and finding a job. We broke up. It was Adam's idea from the start to hide it all from me. Adam still has strong feelings for her, and when alone would flirt with her. He always secretly resented me for dating Nicole and our happiness. I don't know if she actually physically cheated on me, but last time they did anything sexual was the day before we started dating. I'm glad it's over, and even more glad I don't live in this state. Thanks for the advice.